Get ready, Humidor shop talk. Get ready, Humidor shop talk. Sports, Humidor shop talk. Cigars, Humidor shop talk. Get ready, Humidor shop talk. Get ready, Humidor shop talk.
Yo, what's up, everybody, man? This is your boy, Mr. SmokeFella, man. We chilling on this Saturday morning. It's nice outside in the shy. Summertime shy, baby. Let's get it. Hey, man, we got that sports. We got we got that talk. We finna give it to you, man. So without fail, let me bring in my crew so we can get this party started, man. Hey, I'm gonna start off with uh my man KDL 33. It's the Where's KDL? Like, where's Waldo? Let's go. Let's get it, kid. Where you at?
Man, in my business, man. How y'all doing this Saturday morning? What's happening? Ready to talk sports, man. Let's get it. I had a long night, so excuse my voice.
Hey, kid, you say that every week, bro. But that's neither here nor there.
Just being honest.
All right, man. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Uh, my man Drank Carrington, baby. Let's go. AKA DY Nemesis, SmokeFellas' very own DJ, man. What's up?
Yo. Top of the morning, everybody. Good to be back on the show. You right, it is summertime shy, and you can tell because it is Gemini season, of course. So let's not forget that.
I'm just gonna let that
Yeah,
just
whatever that
roll.
was worth.
Right, what up, right? It's neither here nor there, as you say, kid. But hey, man, I'm gonna bring in my boy, my cancering brother, Lucky Lefty. What's up, man?
We got next. We got next, baby. Cancer season around the corner. We're gonna kick it with the
Yes, sir.
Gemini's, DY. We with
Oh
y'all.
yeah,
We with
yeah.
y'all. We
We
gonna
gonna
party
kick it
with
with
y'all.
y'all.
You know what I mean? We got it.
Yeah, what was that song by Crisscross warming up? That's y'all.
You know, y'all kick off the warm weather, but we the summer. We kick off the summer.
Facts,
You know,
facts.
cancer season. Y'all know what it is. It's on and cracking. Kick it off today though with Gemini's. Well, not kick it off, but big Gemini party today at Platinum, man. 2 o'clock this afternoon. Day party. Happy birthday to all the Geminis, all y'all. We get in
Right.
with y'all for a minute.
Uh,
Got nothing to do with y'all summer babies.
now that's you hate that more than you hate the Bears.
Somebody mad because they was born in the middle of a
no,
blizzard.
no.
Right.
He was born
Hey,
in a
they
blizzard, and it was a blizzard when he was born, so he mad at us because the weather's
no,
all crazy.
I'm gonna tell you they did right. They didn't want to give Capricorns the summer. So they did right. They did it right. They
Is
did it
that
right.
so?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's facts. They did it right.
Okay.
They did right. Yeah, right. But hey, man, I don't know how much the sports world that follow us have been watching the WNBA, but it's
Leos.
been it, Leos. Come on, man.
Oh shit, man.
Leo.
Leo's in the building.
They right. So y'all back to back to back.
Yeah,
I think that's
they
I
right
think
out
that's
there.
Isaac, man.
They right
I
out
think
there.
that's Isaac. He don't know when his birthday is.
Wait,
That Kev tell him.
which birthday is it? Sean's
Right,
birthday or Isaac's birthday? They got two different birthdays.
right,
Same
right,
person, two different birthdays.
right. So I think Isaac is in the summer with us. Isaac can be a Cancer.
Right,
Man.
pretty much.
Hey man, but the WNBA man been real wild and reckless, man. Ever since that hip check foul from Kennedy Carter, Well, I even go back further than that, man. When Caitlyn came into the league with all of this fanfare, and you had some players that you know felt some type of way about it. So it's been for me. I think it's the media. The media has been having individuals draw a line. You either with Caitlyn or you not, and it's been playing off of that just for the likes and stuff for media. So let's talk about this, man. I don't know. Um, Matt Barnes came out. I mean, what he said was true. Where her teammates when she getting found hard, if she supposed to be the golden goose for the
That's
squad,
that's my question.
you know what I'm saying?
That's my thing.
They letting it happen. Like it's like you gonna let her get abused for a while, and then
Well,
you gonna start coming to her aid or something, man. It's
where's the damn
ridiculous.
coach? Where's the coach? That's
Yeah,
that's that's the issue there too. Where's
Now,
the
where's
coach?
her teammates?
let's
Like
talk
this
about it,
didn't.
man.
I get it. No, I'm not. I know her teammates should, but if her teammates aren't doing that, when we get in that locker room, if I'm coaching that team, next one of y'all don't jump in somebody's face when she get hit, you won't see the floor again. Period.
But why should you have to say that as a coach?
Right, you shouldn't have to
That's bitty
because
ball, bro.
you
That's
know
bitty
why?
ball.
You know why? Because whether I know the ESPN big blow up, Stephen A. Smith, the Monica McNutt, and all that, but I think they both made valid points. But the jealousy is there even within her teammates. This
Yeah,
girl came in as a millionaire. She came in as a multimillionaire. When the most of these, like you said, these young ladies are making 75,000 a year. So it's an issue. And her teammates got the same issues as others because there's no way that we the worst team in the damn league. We get the number one overall pick. We get our next big superstar and we allow her to get just rocked. Like let's go back to when LeBron came in the league with Cleveland, right? Big name. He was already deemed King James, and he was the next big thing. You want to get rough with him. Trust me, what nobody on that Cavs team gonna let you do what they doing to Caitlin Clark.
But
And
they
I
didn't
only
do LeBron like this. They
right,
didn't do LeBron like this.
and they didn't. I give you that they didn't do LeBron like this. But I'm just
hold
saying,
on, hold on.
if it
They
did
didn't
happen,
do LeBron like this because LeBron was 6'8", 240, and a
oh
wrecking
yeah,
train coming through the
yeah,
middle of the lane. So you got out of his way. There was no,
Yeah.
you couldn't foul him hard.
Okay, he had the body if they would have tried to physical with him. But what I'm saying is this is entirely different than they did LeBron. Yeah, they
right.
watched his every game. He was the next phenomenon, right? They watched his every
Mhm.
game, right? But he wasn't on TV every single game. He wasn't deliberately fouled upon every single game. And I agree, his teammates wouldn't have let it happen. But man, that's the difference, man. Like for me, this whole thing, I don't know why we have to catch up with her every game and see what she does every single game. That's unnecessary to me. I don't get that. So then you saw her hit a couple threes, and then you show the hard fouls at some point during the game.
Right.
I don't. I get your point, Damani, about the coach, but the coach shouldn't have to say that. These are
Coach shouldn't have
professional
to say that.
players.
The coach
They,
shouldn't have to say
these are professional players that's been playing all their life. They know damn well if somebody is targeting one of your teammates, you
that.
don't
Right.
have that. You don't have that, bro. That's bitty ball. Like anybody got to explain that.
But
They'll
look,
run over there and pick her up, but won't. Like Kennedy Carter should have got at least somebody should have pushed her at best. Like if you ain't gonna swing on it, then push her or hard foul her next time down. Like this, all this. I don't understand why we critiquing the girl every single game, man. Within a 30-day span, the girl went from college to pro.
I'm gonna tell you why, Kev.
Come on,
Because
man.
the following, the following is ridiculous.
Right. It's the reason why their numbers are up, why the viewership is up. It's her. They
She has a
watching her. They
following,
showing her.
bro. They watching
We're
her,
gonna critique her
and
every single game. We're not gonna
it's a
allow her to go from college to pro, to
hey,
adjustment, to
Kev.
none of that. We're just gonna
What
critique
happened?
every single
What
game
did
of
we
her.
say? We have said this
no,
on
that's
this
no
show many
different,
a times.
different than LeBron.
Follow
He
the
got
money.
since day one.
Follow the money.
They didn't do LeBron like this, man.
Yes, they
Follow
did.
the money, man. They did LeBron like this, man,
From
because he was
No, they
critical
didn't.
he the
aspect of
chosen
it,
one.
yes, they did.
LeBron, every single
It,
game
it,
wasn't on national TV when he first hit the league.
well,
Every single game was
that
not
was
on national TV.
years ago too. National TV didn't have the coverage they had. It was a different day and time when he came in, but the media scrutiny, the criticisms, all of that comes with the territory. It doesn't matter who you is. It could come with any number one pick, any highly touted player coming into a
High profile.
brand new league. High profile.
Wimby, they were showing Wimby a whole lot this year.
Now Wimby didn't get well. Yeah, they
Not
were.
like this.
But
At the beginning, they were showing a lot of Wimby. Like, man, and it's like, okay, then it
Not like
kind
this,
of
man.
tapered off.
Well,
Then it tapered off.
And Wimby was international. We didn't see him play in college or nothing like that.
Right.
So he didn't come up through the ranks, so to speak, at least in America wise. In America, you got all of the cover, and think about it, the last year and a half, all the college girls, all the college women's games have had the most coverage. So naturally it would bleed into
Because it was a better product.
Well, and
The
they
women's
also,
game this year was a better product than the men's game. That's just facts.
and you already had the NBA. They already had storylines and other superstars, megastars. When LeBron came in, you still had Kobe in the league. You still had a lot of big names and a lot of big stories. The WNBA, even though it's 20-some years old or 27 years old, I think they said, I was shocked to hear that, but it's up there. But you still don't have the storylines, the rivalries. You don't have a Lakers Boston type rivalry, a Knicks, Pacers, Bulls, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We still don't have that. And even though they got stars in the league, but how many mega stars? Like this young lady is coming in being viewed as a mega star at the gate. So that's the difference. I get that. The reason I use LeBron because the media coverage, the highly touted, this, that, and other. Now, LeBron, while he wasn't on on TV as much because viewership in the NBA was already up. But they did the numbers, man. It's a ridiculous jump. What's going on in the WNBA? It just is.
And they following the blueprint. You got to understand, this is no different than Bird and Magic. You know what I'm saying? Two highly touted people. You look at her, maybe Angel Reese or whoever you may consider in that realm. They played against each other in college, battled it out for titles in college, and here it is. They make the jump. They creating their own Bird and Magic.
You got an actual rivalry, which the WNBA has not had.
And like I say, the media, to me, the media is putting a spin on this, and these players in the WNBA, they biting on it. They biting on what the media is pushing them towards, because now the ratings go up. The ratings are going up like crazy.
And here's the difference. When you got nice NIL, so now the women that's coming in here, her, Angel Reese, they coming in already got money in their pocket.
They millionaires.
For her to get a $25 million or $28 million Nike deal off top and never stepped on the court yet, the people that's been in there for years gonna be jealous of that. Yes, absolutely. So the players can stop with we're not jealous. They can stop.
I never said I don't blame them for being jealous, because you're damn right. Anybody would be jealous. These girls are coming in as millionaires, but Caitlin worth what, 20-something million? 20-something million. Angel Reese like 12 million or something.
You can be jealous all you want, but this has opened up some doors for a lot of these female ballers out there to get theirs.
Yeah, for the people, the ones behind her, but the ones that already been in it and been in the grind and been in the empty stadiums and been in the, as the league was losing money every year.
True that, but they got the window is the doors opening for them too.
Yeah.
You get you
they on their way out, man. Taraji on her way out.
Taraji
Bonner on her way out.
And Taraji got bread. Don't get that twisted.
Don't get that twisted, man.
She's one of the
she's good
for many years.
Yeah,
Taraji is good. DeWanna Bonner. I'm talking about some that have been in the league forever. DeWanna Bonner, Taraji. Yeah, they good, right? But you got guards that yo Diggins Smith, the twin came out from the Sparks. She with the Storm now.
Skylar 2 years off. That I mean,
she had a baby. But what I'm saying is, when you saying opening up, man, they've been they done been on the grind, which means right after the WNBA season, they go overseas for the women.
That's true. But
they've been on the grind.
You can look at the NBA as some of the players that didn't get paid doing this doling out of money and all of that stuff, bro. It happens. It happens, bro. But these younger players that's in the league now, doors are opening for them.
Well, yeah, the endorsements and all that definitely open up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's but like you said,
get that money.
But like Kev, I agree with Kevo though. But those players that's been around, the older players that aren't, they the ones that's, they probably not gonna benefit from it. Now the Jujus and all them coming up, the next ones, they the ones gonna benefit from Caitlyn and Angel.
Oh, they're gonna be good.
And all this,
You
they
know,
gonna be straight.
you know how the older players that's getting ready to go out benefit about it? They'll benefit about it by going to ESPN, Fox Sports.
It's only
because
it's only so many media jobs, dog.
hey, bro,
It's only so many.
But everybody's covering the
Taraji
WNBA now. So
you trying to tell me that Taraji can't get on?
Well, Taraji already. I don't think she already got a deal with ESPN.
Well, everybody can't go.
But everybody can't go.
No, everybody can't go. But you can find a niche or a lane that can get you paid.
Yeah, like coaching, like for instance, like Don Staley, right? Staley, bad girl in the league. She was a bad girl. Now she she retired. Now she making a niche as a coach, as a college coach. So yeah, it is other ways, but it's only so many of those jobs. So the jealousy thing is gonna happen. It's not surprising. I think that why this stands out more because it's a little white girl in a black dominated league. So it's getting way more attention. It's just like Monica. She made a great point about this. They always rough up the rookies.
I need you to say her last name when you say it, man.
McNutt. No Diddy.
Eminem is what they call it.
No Diddy. No Diddy at all.
Eminem is what they call it.
So and so that's what's really blowing this thing up. It is a little frail little white girl with these big sisters running around in this league. So when one of them hip checker and all this, yeah. So now,
but you got to stand up for yourself, man.
It becomes a much bigger story. She ain't backing down for nobody.
Right.
You got to stand. You can't let nobody hip check you standing on the free throw line for God knows what reason.
She ain't back down for nobody.
You can't. No, man. You got to jump. Like if you know your teammates ain't got your back, let me tell you when they're gonna stop doing it. When your frail self, if you got to take a blow or if you got to whatever. You got to get up when they hip check you like that out of nowhere. You got to get up, either jump in their face or you got to defend yourself. They will stop that once you start doing it because they know your teammates ain't gonna do nothing. So they're gonna keep doing it. You got to defend yourself. I'm telling you, man. You got to defend yourself.
Kev, you are absolutely
not gonna stop doing it.
You absolutely right. But let me tell you something, Kev. Caitlin Clark. Come on, man. She like John Stockton, that dirty shit. Cause man, in plays, she throwing elbows. Man, so stop. She don't act like she just like, I'm this player that nobody expected.
No, I'm not saying she's
getting her digs in. She getting her digs in, bro.
I'm not saying she's innocent, bro. I never said that. What I said was she has to defend her damn self at some point. Getting one of these girls, push them, do something. Defend yourself. That's when they'll stop doing it. Your teammates ain't got your back, so that's not gonna work. Huh?
And she needs to get up and get in somebody's face, push back. But she gotta understand, if you get up in somebody's face and push back, you better be ready to throw hands.
Well, it is what it is. That's cool.
You ain't gonna push somebody.
Grow up.
And hey,
but you gotta do that.
Get walked on the court.
Okay, whatever. But you can't let people keep doing you like that, man. It's obvious. And your teammate clearly ain't got your back. So you got to jump up, be ready to take one, or you do what you got to do.
I just don't want her to get up like my man did. Kobe jumped up on Chris Childs, and what Chris Childs do? Bing, bing, bing.
Caught him with that two-piece
spice.
Yeah,
Kobe, he ain't see that coming, man. That was quick two-piece. Niggas didn't know that. But you got to do that, man. Because other than that, they're not going to stop doing her like that. Her teammates clearly don't have her back.
So, okay. Me and Lefty kind of start talking about this backstage. Team USA, the team just was announced. Caitlin Clark is not on it. You got some people that are, I won't say outraged, but question this because right now she is like the hottest thing coming, and you want the sport to grow. Why wouldn't you throw her on Team USA?
Because she's not ready. She's not ready, and FIBA basketball is more physical than the WNBA. And I challenge you to look at the roster. Who you taking off?
Well, The one person that I followed this story, man. The one person they say shouldn't be on there is the oldest person on that team,
They
Diana
went with
Taurasi.
they went with vets, bro. No
She
different. See, look,
41, man.
look, man. Well, LeBron playing on the Olympics, but you ain't arguing that. Look, man.
Uh,
This
I
year is the
am.
real.
I
This year is
am.
the real. Let me tell you. This year is the real Olympics. All that qualifying stuff. This year is the real deal. So the NBA went with their top stars. The WNBA went with their all vets. If you notice, all vets. Giannis is playing with his country. Canada got like this. This the real deal. So yes, they went with vets, people that's been there, done that, right? And you can't just throw that girl in there like that, man. It's more physical. Like the Olympics is more physical. They allow you to get away with a lot more than even the WNBA. So I get why she'll be on the next one, but I get why they didn't just throw her on this one. I get it. Can't be mad
I'm,
at that.
the only reason I'm saying is you want women's basketball to grow.
They
You
don't need
got
her right now, bro.
Yeah,
you
it's
got
true.
Not the
Team
pros.
USA with her following, bro. That could be just like ridiculous.
But the women go over there and win all the time. So she ain't gonna boost them. They don't
It
need her.
it's ratings that's boost, Kev. The money. Follow the money.
The US women are dominant, dog. They don't need her.
I'm not talking
They
about the
don't.
play, Kev. That's what I'm telling you. I agree with you. They dominate as far as they play, but when it comes to revenue and all of that, they don't even compare to the women's soccer team. The women's soccer team is like ridiculously paid.
That's true.
Look, listen. The reason why she didn't make that team is twofold, and I think Kevo hit it in the last part. Number one, because of the money she's making and because of the notoriety that she brings, Team USA didn't want to put her on that roster where she would get limited playing time. You would have all these fans packing arenas, and number one, she ain't even starting. Number two, she gonna be the last one coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? And then like I kind of get that, but you talking about one of your most marketable USA athletes. So you can understand how the controversy has risen, or since it just came out today, it'll be talked about all next week. How do you lead the quote unquote next face of your league off of this team? And then she'd have to wait another 4 years until the next opportunity. It
Yeah.
Mhm.
don't it don't make total
Well,
sense.
probably by
But
then though.
what has she earned to be on the team?
But her star be shining even brighter by then. The WNBA had one
Yeah.
We
notoriety.
not
At
hey
the
kid.
end of the day, though, at the end of the day, the Olympics don't need a ratings magnet. It's the Olympics. You know what I
That's
mean?
what I'm
So
saying. They don't need her.
they would need a ratings magnet. They good.
No, what I'm saying is the growth of women's basketball in its own.
Well, we already seeing that, right? The fact that we've been doing this show for about 6 years, and we have never talked about the WNBA this much in the last month, month or so than we've talked about in the last 6 years. So just that alone, it's growing, and it's going to continue. Because I don't think they need to. They don't need to go over to the Olympics, and it's already a target on this young lady's back. Like Kev was saying, she jumped from college. She ain't had no break. And then you're gonna throw an Olympic team. So let her get herself together. Give her off season.
She'll be a real star come next Olympics by then. She
Mm-hmm.
had 3-4 years under her belt. She'll be a real now. She'll be a mag. So what you saying, Ben? She'll be a magnet then. By the time she hits the Olympics, she'll be a money maker and a magnet there. But like I say, your Bonnas and Tarazi's and them will be gone. She'll be the new
True.
face along with Juju and all them like that. They,
Juju
Mm-hmm.
will be Juju will be in her rookie year.
No,
Her
next
rookie year.
she'll be about 2-3 years in, wasn't she? In the
No,
league.
she got 3 years left. Ain't nobody coming out early in the WNBA. Not yet.
They can though.
they can come out their junior year.
Yeah,
They come out their junior
yeah,
year.
yeah.
So
But you don't. That's not something that you see all the time.
well, yeah, and they making so much. They making money on that NIL. So yeah,
Right.
probably will stay a little longer.
Right. So
and she'll probably be the #1 pick if she came out next year. As long as she have a decent year, so why would she not come out?
I mean, that's true.
yeah.
But like Angel Reese said, if I'm getting 10 million NIL, well, I'm gonna come out and make 75,000 a year.
Well, like you said, like we talked about at the top of this conversation. These girls have now progressed the league forward, and it's only going to continue to rise up. So why not jump on the iron when it's hot?
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, that's a good point.
But here's the problem what the WNBA has also that a lot of people don't talk about. They only got so many roster spots. Half the people that get drafted get cut 2 weeks later. Did y'all know that?
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
So they don't have that's why they need expansion. They don't have enough roster spots, and they can only carry 12 as opposed to like 15 like the NBA could do.
Right.
So a lot of those rookies that literally get drafted 2 weeks later, they cut. Wait. You know what I mean? Like it's wild how they do that.
Or like top 5 picks by year 2 or 3, they cut shit. That's
good. Look how big these arenas are now, how packed they are for these games. So yeah, I think the league gonna be driven to expansion. I think part 2 of that puzzle, and we've yet to discuss it, but I think it'll eventually come down the pipe. You're gonna start just like in the NBA, start seeing them international players
coming over.
Are coming over to the WNBA. The ones over there playing real good right now. So just for it.
Like this is NBA draft got a lot. Like I have no idea who these people are, man.
The top 5 is like international cats. I don't think it's American boys in the projected top 5.
You won't get American players until next year when you get like Cooper Flag maybe coming out from Duke and players like that. But
Boozer Sons,
you know what I'm saying? Carmelo's son. Hey, he a dog.
He is, but he's going to college.
He can shoot it like he's dead.
He got to hit the weight room though.
But now, so
he got that pull up like it's dead.
But what's happening now? Like the you don't have the high profile college guys like you used to, you know, as well. Right. When who was the last like high profile college guy to come out #1 overall? Like LeBron didn't go to college. Zion. Yep.
Zion.
It was definitely Zion. So and so you're not getting that. Last year was Wemby. He overseas. Like I said, we don't know these people in the draft, man. How many G League cats got drafted in the top 5, 10 last year in the draft? And we get no G League coverage. We don't know who the hell in the G League. So
I'm still waiting on Dragon Tarlac to show up for the Bulls.
They drafted him about 10 years ago, didn't they? He ain't never came over.
Never.
He said, I ain't going.
Dragon Tarlac. You don't remember that name?
Yeah, right.
No.
It was about 15 years ago. That's probably why. They drafted him. You ain't heard from that cat since.
He said, I'm never going over there.
He ain't come over here and Nikola Mirotic me. Break my jaw and send me back.
Set him back on.
So WNBA they have to be at least 22. Oh. Damn. Or complete to have completed their college eligibility, have graduated. Oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
I didn't know that. So at least 22 or 4 years of school. Okay. So now
right now, Juju is what, 19?
19, yeah. She got 3.
19.
Yeah, she's 19.
So she got to say her whole thing.
Right.
Well, yeah, by the time she get there with this NIL money, she's gonna have about 50 million in the bank.
You see, she with Rock Nation, right?
Yep, sure is.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
And Rock Nation get you money.
She might just say, I ain't even going pro. I'm just going to parlay and sell shoes.
Right.
But see, the path that Juju is on, it's going to when she does come to the WNBA, she's gonna be bigger than Caitlin.
If she turns out to be a better player, but she gotta
start from scratch too now.
She got to work on that game a little bit.
You got to start from scratch too. Like you got to figure Caitlin being had 3-4 years on in the league by then. Juju gonna be the rookie. So I ain't gonna necessarily say she will be better in the door, but she got to get an adjustment, man.
No, I'm talking about the hype. The hype around Juju is already amazing just off her freshman year. If it continues the way it is, hype going into the WNBA is gonna be ridiculous.
Well,
You got to figure this girl came in as the leading scorer all time and all that, so it was a different thing, man. It was
I mean,
hype.
she Caitlin outshined Stanford. I mean, it was whoever was it Stanford? No, North Carolina. Who just won it for the 20th time?
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
South Carolina on a damn 3-year, damn near a 3-year win streak, and still the biggest story was Caitlin Clark. So what you got to ask yourself going in this, part of that, okay, race does play a part of that. Let's be honest. We can't just ignore that.
They went undefeated and ain't the biggest story.
Right. And exactly. They were not the biggest story. So I don't know if Juju can outshine that. You know what I mean? I don't know if she can, if the focus, the media is she's going to be as followed like this Caitlin Clark thing was. I don't know if it's going to get behind her like that. I mean, she's going to be good. She's going to do a thing, but let's see how the ratings are in college next year. Are the ratings going to drop, until you get the next great white hope?
Well, you got Paige still there.
No, Paige is still there. Juju is there. South Carolina gonna run it back.
Right.
UCLA is good. Like they still got some teams that's
there's some teams out there that got some ballers.
People still gonna watch them
the little freshman guard from Notre Dame. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this. It's no players, but let's be totally honest. Part of the hype was this little frail, scrawny white girl. You know what I mean? Doing what she was doing.
Well, and to put the crown on top, she broke the NCAA scoring record. That's what initially got people into
That's what I'm saying.
The race to follow that record. That's what put the spotlight on Caitlin Clark, and rightfully so. That's a mega accomplishment. But they also got the opportunity to see, how much of a dog she was and how good of a player she actually is. Like I give her props. Shit, that Olympic team snuff, she had 7 threes last night.
Yep,
she did.
Yep, broke the team record. I'm like, psh.
And let's be totally honest, she carried that Iowa team. You know what I mean? They were Final Four, then to the championship last year. So she, on top of her, like you said, breaking all-time, scoring record, her team was in the shits. They was in it. You know what I mean? So, look, can Juju and these up and comers, are they gonna have their teams there? Because I think you gotta definitely make a deep tourney runs. You gotta do all that. You can't just be the greatest scorer and your team not even in the NIT and shit. You know what I mean? Like nobody's gonna pay attention.
So the Angel Reese game was the Final Four. The next year she made the final.
Yep.
So yeah, they watching, they covering, But women's basketball ain't gonna let this go because Caitlin Clark gone. I guarantee you they're gonna focus on Juju. They're gonna focus on Paige. They're gonna focus on UCLA squad because they good. They're gonna focus, like you said, the point guard at Notre Dame. Like they ain't gonna let the momentum go.
Here's the difference. Out of all sports, is like basketball is probably, and baseball too, it's probably the most star-driven. The most star-driven teams, because UConn had great teams for years, but way before South Carolina. It was UConn, Tennessee. Yeah, there was a lot of great programs that ran it. UConn had like a 3-year win streak, didn't it? They ran it off a couple of times. So
they went undefeated a couple times.
Right, but when you get that player, that shining light, so that's when everybody kind of gets behind them.
You do know Juju was the all-time leading freshman scorer last year, right?
And how far did USC make it?
They didn't even go to the tournament, did they?
There you go.
Yeah, they made the tournament. They got knocked out by
they got knocked out by Paige.
Round 1, first round?
Yeah, they lost to Connecticut. They sure did.
Right.
They lost to Connecticut
to go to the Final Four.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
So don't act like she had a mediocre season. bro.
I
She
ain't saying
took
she had a
us
mediocre
She was
season.
freshman of the year. We know.
Freshman of the year,
Ain't no
yeah.
question of that.
all-time leader in scoring. So her path, if I just say, if she continues on the path that she's going,
She needs to not only be great herself, but she needs to carry that program. She needs to hit some Final Four. She got 3 years. She needs to get to the Final Four, get to some championship games. You may not necessarily win it, but even just going up against the South Carolina, going up against the Juggernauts, in a Final Four, that's going to get her even more. So that's when the people going to get behind. That's when that star going to shine even brighter. It ain't
yeah,
gonna, it
that was
can't
the
be.
Elite Eight. That's what it was. It was the Elite
Yeah.
Eight to go to the Final Four.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, she on the right path. She definitely on the right path, and don't let her mess around and knock off of South Carolina or somebody like that. It's gonna be
Yeah,
now,
they're gonna see the next hype
Yeah.
machine.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into some before we start talking finals. Let's get into some NFL. The Bears just finished up their mini camp, right?
OTA.
And yeah, so
Camp.
I got a problem with the houses, the Keith Mill houses. Every time somebody say something, oh, he struggled in practice, or this, oh, he's a bum. Now you got the media got it where you either on Caleb's side or you're against him. They playing the sides. That's just making me sick, man. Just let the kid play, learn, grow. When the season comes, we'll see how well he does. They
Ben,
are tearing this kid,
Ben,
10
No,
you,
years this
dog.
kid.
No,
Ben,
dog.
you
No, no,
cannot
no, no.
you cannot be surprised. He's the number one
No,
overall
no,
pick.
no.
He
I'm
was
not
hyped
gonna
in
let you do
college.
that, Ben.
Hold on,
I'm not
Kev.
gonna let you do that.
Hold on. He was hyped
Go
up in
ahead.
college. Number one overall pick. He's coming to the Chicago Bears, major market, a city that's been starving for a franchise quarterback. He's a story. But I think the good part with him is he's used to it. He's been a celebrity in California for the last few years. He's a millionaire. So the scrutiny and all that, I don't think it's bothering him. And it's to be expected, man. We knew coming into getting rid of Justin Fields, who was a fan favorite, and bringing this young dude in with all the hype behind him, everything gonna be scrutinized. Like it shouldn't be shocked. Hell, they about to go on damn Hard Knocks. Whoever thought you see the Bears on Hard Knocks?
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't
Good.
like
I'm
that at
glad they.
all.
that's Caleb Williams. That's the hype of Caleb Williams. Go ahead, Kevin.
And Ben, keep that same energy. Cause you okay with the scrutiny on Caitlin Clark every game, right? You good with that. They're gonna do that boy the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Like he said, he's the number one pick. So yes, if you throw interceptions in practice, that's a story. If you have a great practice, that's a story.
That's the story, yeah.
They're gonna do that to him. He's the number one pick. He's in the Hall of Fame game.
What
All
did
right. I
we
don't know how
what
much
did
he's
we
gonna play, but
say?
he's in the Hall of Fame game.
When was the
They're
last
gonna,
somebody cared about the Hall of Fame game?
well,
Oh wait,
he in it. The number one
but what?
pick is in the Hall of Fame game, the
I mean,
first game of
yeah.
the official first
But look
game of
at
the
it.
year. That's the
We
story.
said this last week. We said this last week on the show. If he didn't struggle against the Bears defense, we got bigger problems.
Yeah. But
We
it
got
but it
bigger
was
problems.
but it was also a story that the storyline when he went 14 for 15. So he had a great practice and it was a story.
Well, that wasn't as hyped up as much as his bad. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Oh, anything bad, they just blowing that shit out the water. But
Yeah.
he have a decent practice. Oh, that shit just go by real light.
But that's what comes with being the dude. Because I'm pretty sure Daniels in Washington had some struggles in practice. Drake May, they didn't have some ups and downs. Ain't no rookie coming in blowing like
They
that.
ain't even talking about them.
You don't hear nothing.
Well,
It's
I
Caleb
They the
did
number
hear,
one pick.
every
I
day.
did hear JJ is behind your boy Lefty Sam Don.
that won't last long. And the
They said
crazy,
they say he is way behind Sam Don. I said, come on now. He
yeah,
ain't
and,
that bad now.
the second big story is the Justin Fields Russell Wilson thing. Yeah, they've been talking about that a lot.
They
Russ
say
is the starter. Until you hear otherwise, it won't become a story.
they say
The
Russ
minute you hear they leaning towards
might poison J.E. Fields, man.
here's where the story gonna happen. The minute you hear Justin Fields rumblings. Well, we're thinking about throwing him out here on this. We're thinking about, right? That's when that's going to become a story. Because if Russell Wilson gets replaced, I don't know what Russ going to do, man. Like, you playing on the 1 year deal now.
He's gonna
Clearly,
go to
they're
the
going
crib and chill with his beautiful wife and that $250 million he got.
And
I'm
all
talking
them
about his
damn
playing
babies.
days. I'm talking about his playing days.
And all them
Right.
babies.
The nigga a Hall of Famer. He don't need to. Pardon my French. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, you did Paul Pierce a little bit, but go ahead.
Yeah.
You did. Kevin Garnett. But look, man.
I went full Paul Pierce on this.
Full
Hey,
Paul
Lord.
Pierce.
Hey, Lord.
Look at the
Full Paul Pierce.
Oh,
Full
Pierce,
Paul Pierce. Okay.
go ahead, man.
But you're right, Kev. What's gonna happen? But you got to look at it because they were even. I was watching a take on Take was talking about hell if he beats him out. if Justin beats him out, they should cut Russell Wilson. Like don't even have him in the locker room. They've been talking about
so that's
that.
what I'm saying. What about his playing career at that point? Like if you get beat out, like if they put him in because they got to see what they got. He the young guy. Let me see what he got. That's different than him beating you out. And now you Russell Wilson, you the backup to the young guy. Well, he ain't gonna like that. So
he should go to the Giants.
Might well get rid of him.
Might as well go to the Giants. Y'all need him.
I tell you,
we good.
If they do get rid of him, he'd be the hottest free agent quarterback.
Yeah.
And he would definitely find him a spot because number one, no team has to pay him. He pretty much gonna guarantee his money as soon as they say we letting you go or we trading you to this place.
So you trying to tell me you wouldn't take him, Kev, for your QB?
We don't need Russell Wilson. If that was the case, we would have did.
But I'm just saying, Kev, tell me why you wouldn't want Russell.
We don't need an old Russell Wilson, dog. I'll answer that. We don't need an old ass Russell Wilson, bro.
You got a young Daniel Jones.
That's that way. He gone after this year. We good. He gone after this year.
Who's y'all backup? Jeff Hostetler?
Damn.
Jeff Hostetler.
Jeff Hostetler about 60.
From the 90s team.
And he's still the backup.
Jeff Hostetler, baby.
Hostetler was there in 90, sir. You watch your money.
I know that. I know that.
Hostetler was there when I was in college.
I'm saying, who's the Giants' backup?
They got a vet, don't they?
They got Drew Lock.
Oh, Drew Lock, yeah, Lock. They picked up Lock.
Drew Lock is the backup because Tyrod Taylor went across the hall.
Damn.
So you trying? I just can't believe you wouldn't take Russell because Russell. Everybody act like Russell.
Why don't you take him though? Like, why don't you take him?
We don't need him.
We don't need.
I think you take Russell if your quarterback goes. If you're a team and your quarterback goes down.
Oh yeah.
Then you.
But that's a different. That's a different story.
Right, but you don't. But I think it's hard. It's hard bringing him. It was just like with Cam Newton a little bit. It's hard to bring a high profile player into your locker room. If you got a young quarterback there that's trying to make his way in this, you don't need that. You don't need a dynamic in the locker room.
Oh, right.
You got who?
Danny DeVito's son.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
DeVito.
Hey,
right.
He's still on the roster.
Yeah.
Hey,
but you still got Ryan Tannehill floating out here. You still got it's a couple like
Tannehill still sitting out there. Everybody thought the Bears should have grabbed Tannehill to back up.
There's a lot of little treads out here that
because the thing you don't want is, especially for a young rookie, a young quarterback, if he struggles a little bit and the fans start getting a little antsy, then you're gonna start hearing the chants for that vet, that Russell Wilson, that Ryan Tannehill. You're gonna start hearing those chants because we can say we patient, but you lose about 2 or 3 straight games, and especially early on.
Well, Tannehill gonna show up somewhere. Watch.
Yeah, somebody gonna pick him up.
Yeah,
Tannehill ain't even that old, is he? How old is Tannehill? 31? Maybe 31, something like that.
Somebody gonna sign Josh McDowell for the year.
He about 47.
No, he shows up out of nowhere.
he about 48 years
old now.
That's all right.
Are you coaching? That's right. Yeah. Okay.
What about these contracts, man? CMC, 2 years. He got that extension.
They gave this dude more money.
Yes.
So all the running backs struggling. He ain't got no problems.
Right.
Because
he getting more money.
Because he's Brock Purdy's best friend. Tannehill 35. Oh, okay. Yeah, you up there.
And McCaffrey, CMC is an all-purpose back. You know what I'm saying? You talk about total purpose yards. He's always leading the league in that. So you can call him a running back. Yeah, primarily he's a running back. But he is the all in all he's the catalyst for that San Francisco offense. How they run their blocking schemes, how they target receivers down the field. Everything goes through him.
He alone gets his receivers open.
And how is Debo feeling right now?
Well,
he gonna feel even worse when IU gets his money.
Hey,
because they were talking about trading him.
They're gonna keep IU. Debo gonna be the odd man out.
CMC or Marshall Faulk?
Marshall Faulk all day long.
Marshall Faulk.
Marshall
Faulk. I mean, it's a debate.
There we go being old. There we go being the old heads.
Yeah,
we being the old uncles.
Let me get on my
we instantly go with the past players. We instantly
let me get on my lawn. Do you remember Marshall Faulk, sir?
Yes, I do.
No, he does not.
Yes, I didn't just
so
say nothing bad about
CMC, you taking CMC over Marshall Faulk?
It's a debate.
It's a debate. It's not clear cut.
I give you a debate.
You and D.Y. popped off like Marshall.
Oh, jumped off Marshall.
Has CMC ever led the league in rushing?
I remember St. Louis Marshall Faulk.
All purpose.
He's been leading in all purpose yards.
I remember St. Louis Marshall Faulk, and CMC ain't never did that.
All purpose yards.
Well,
has Marshall Faulk.
Now he a bad boy. Don't get me wrong. I ain't trying to disrespect.
All like CMC.
But he wasn't Marshall Faulk.
And Marshall Faulk was on some great teams. CMC was with Carolina. It was just a little struggle over there. There was a little struggle there for some years. Now Marshall was on some great teams, but where was CMC?
He was a bad boy on them teams, though. It wasn't like he was being carried.
No, I'm not saying that. I wasn't saying he was being carried. But what if CMC was on San Fran the whole time? You know, so. I mean, he didn't have it. It wasn't a lot around him. Marshall had a little something around him now. CMC's in a position now. Now we can have this conversation.
Okay, right. So Marshall Faulk used to play for the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah.
So
they wasn't no bums.
I'm just saying he played for different teams too, just like CMC did. It didn't matter. He still got his money. He still got his yards playing over there in Carolina. That's how he became.
You can't compare no team that Faulk was on to Carolina.
Especially the last
I'm comparing the player.
But just the player. All I'm saying, I ain't saying CMC. I'm not saying I would take him, but I'm saying we become the old drunk uncles. And as soon as we say old head, the present player don't get a chance. Don't just sit there like it's.
I didn't say he didn't get a chance, bro. I'm just going with the better player in my eyes.
You came off as a landslide. No, Marshall Faulk, no doubt.
I'm just going by the better player in my eyes from what I witnessed. That's all.
I'm not saying
we can agree to disagree.
I ain't saying it ain't a debate, but it didn't take me long to put two and two
right to come to the conclusion.
Well,
you ain't even think about it.
Soon I saw Marshall Faulk, it was over.
I get it. Marshall Faulk right now, because his career is over with, Hall of Famer, all of that, and you can say yes. We have to have this conversation again once CMC is done.
Put CMC's best 3 years against Marshall Faulk best 3 years. Do it that way.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's fair. That's fair. No, Marshall Faulk changed the running back position. You know, when he came in, he was that. He Steph Curry'd that thing. He definitely did. You know, he became. It wasn't just no. You know, you had to be able to. Well, Walter could do it too, of course. But I think before, since Walter, Marshall Faulk was probably the next all around back. You know, at his time. So yeah, Marshall's a bad boy.
Not forget Roger Craig, who's the first 1,000. Let's not forget him, who's not in the Hall of Fame.
Roger Craig not in the Hall of Fame. He not in the Hall of Fame?
No, nope.
Travesty.
Three
that's
Super
a
Bowls
travesty.
and not.
That's crazy.
They're holding it because he doesn't have 10,000 yards rushing. Is probably the biggest obstacle for him.
Oh wow.
Yes.
That's a bullshit.
I did not know that.
Yep. First thousand man in NFL history.
And with 3
Well,
rings. And not
One of
in
the
the,
reasons
not in the bowl.
33.
And not in the fame.
One of the reasons I wore 33 my whole career.
I think he got 2 rings. I don't think he got 3. He got 3? Okay.
Dang.
You wore 33. I thought that was Isaac's all-time bartender numbers. Never mind.
It was, but I like to use the Roger Craig number. It makes it sound better.
Right. It's average drinks served per 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes. 33.
Justin Jefferson, 4 years, 140. Again,
Highest paid non-quarterback in the league.
110 guaranteed.
But that's not shocking though. He's considered the best in the league.
You know,
now,
you know who cheering? CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, but CD ain't getting Jefferson money.
Jamar Chase.
Oh yes, he is.
They
Oh,
cheer.
yeah.
They like,
Oh yes,
they like,
he is.
yeah.
He'll be right up under it, but he ain't getting Jefferson money. He ain't good as Jefferson.
Jefferson coming off an injury, bro.
Boy, you crazy if you don't think CeeDee Lamb on his level. You know what I'm saying? Talent wise,
I don't.
You crazy.
But he'll be right under that. Like the bar is set now. You know what I mean? Now Chase, they don't have to do Chase this year. They can really wait. But then it'll be up by the time they wait. So you play the game. Dallas runs into this every year. They play the weight game. They play the weight game. They play the weight game. And now you got to pony up.
Exactly.
You don't need to do a Jerry Jones, man, because Jerry Jones has shown you that
you do it every year.
Weight game comes back to bite you.
He don't do that with wide receivers though. Amari Cooper got paid. Who was before him? The big strong
Dez Bryant.
Dez Bryant got paid.
Mm-hmm.
He don't do that with wide receivers.
I think he's gonna pay CD.
Yeah.
But he ain't gonna top Jefferson. I don't think.
I think he'll be up there.
He'll be right under that.
He'll definitely be up there.
But then Ayuk is looking at it like, what up though?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I think Debo is gonna be the odd man out. I think they're gonna play Ayuk
from Detroit.
Unless they just struggling.
From Detroit. What up though?
Oh yeah. St. Brown. But yeah, man. I think Ayuk gonna get paid. I think Debo is gonna be the odd man out, man. San Francisco had this run for the last 4 years, and they ain't got it done yet. Hey, man.
You know they're taking calls,
they're taking calls for Debo.
They're taking calls for Debo.
For Debo or Ayuk?
Debo. The word is right now that they prefer to keep IU over Debo.
Yeah.
Right. You know why? Because he don't get hurt as much, and they've already made up their mind. They're probably gonna pay IU, so Debo gonna be the odd man out. So it's like, hey man, you might as well ride now.
And you don't want a la Stephen Diggs in the locker room.
Right.
Oh,
you don't want that.
He finna be up. His contract finna be up.
Stefan Diggs.
He back.
He a free agent after this
year. He's back
year.
on the market next year.
Yeah, he a free agent after this year. So if he go to Houston and ball out.
Did you hear his comments, Stefan? He said being in with the Texans is a breath of fresh air after all the tension in Buffalo. That was him at a press conference.
He's definitely a diva. Let's start there. He's a diva. But I mean, you think about it. He looking at that Justin Jefferson contract. He said, if I come in here in Houston with CJ Stroud and I can get us even further and we go even further and I have a big year,
he gonna
run me my bread.
Whether it's by Houston or by somebody else.
Exactly. Run my bread. Especially with all these young quarterbacks in the league that needs veteran star receivers to get them through their little rookie years, they struggles. You know what I mean? So that's the reason the Bears went out and got Keenan Allen. You know, is another reason that Minnesota made sure they locked Jefferson in because you got J.J. McCarthy there. So you know, all these young quarterbacks coming in, you want to have them to have that dude on there. So Stephon Diggs licking his chops, Jamar Chase licking his chops.
Washington ain't paying nobody.
Nope.
What better way to bring along that rookie quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Washington be smart to go after Debo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what San Fran asking for him, but I think that'd be a good spot.
And see, Lefty, that's the key right there. What are they asking for him? Because if they asking for the kitchen sink,
No, they're not doing that. But
it's not.
Let me touch on the Diggs
Take a third
situation
and a
real
fourth.
quick.
Would you take a third and a fourth for Debo?
Hell yeah.
I would offer.
Hey, I definitely.
But let me ask y'all this: as far as Diggs, the dude that got hurt for the Texans, ain't he back this year?
The young receiver, the one they're rookie. Yeah, he back.
So he back, right?
Yeah, he be back.
Mm-hmm.
They rolled the other dude last year because dude got hurt, right? So where does Diggs get off in this lineup? I'm not saying he's not going to get no touches or nothing, but where does he, have a great year to the point where he hit free agency, he'll get that big bag? Because they got these two other dudes. One was hurt. He was balling before he got hurt. He ended up riding the other one, right, to a good year. Well, what does Diggs fit?
Yeah,
them two dudes still on the squad.
Nico Collins had a beautiful year. So did Tank Dell.
Okay.
Now you got Diggs coming into play.
So
like
he gonna want his touches though.
Right. So was that actually a good move for Houston, especially with him going into free agency? He want his touches. He trying to get paid again.
Yes.
This his last shot at a big contract. So like you said, you got these other young boys. Is Stroud gonna focus on him? And if he don't feel like he getting his touches, is he gonna go Josh Allen on the man? Go Josh Allen on him and start complaining and yelling at the young boy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they'll sit him down. Then he only that 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know if these young wide receivers in Houston got the same type of bargaining chips that Diggs would have. Meaning, who wants the most touch? Who's going to be vocal about getting the majority of the touches? Obviously, Diggs coming in is going to say, "Hey, man, this is a career year. This is a contract year for you. You know what I'm saying? I need you to give me that ball. Let's work together. This, that, and the third." These young guys, I'm gonna continue to get it how I've been getting it, and we'll see where the chips fall. They playing.
Yeah, we've been winning without you.
The two most important people in this that we're not mentioning is the OC and the wide receivers coach. They are key. As Isaac says, coaching matters. You gotta find plays and stuff to get Diggs the ball along with the other three, and it's gonna make your team better. And then at wide receivers room, they gotta be cohesive and they gotta be cool.
But Diggs gotta humble yourself.
Exactly.
They went to the playoffs without you. So it ain't we changed the offense over to you so you can get your touches and you can get your bag. Hey, bro, we in the league too.
and he's used to being the clear-cut number one option.
Right.
He's that's what he's used to. And so you don't want CJ Stroud to come out in his sophomore season and start trying to make sure he gets his touches.
Try to force the ball
so that he don't become a distraction. You know what I mean? So that we got to see how that's going to play out.
Yeah,
got to see how it's going to play out.
He is a diva.
Yeah, he definitely
he is a diva.
He is a diva.
Buffalo couldn't wait to get him out of there. They couldn't wait to get Diggs out. As talented as he is, they was like, he got to go.
Yeah, and that's saying something.
Josh Allen was trying to play it off because he kept asking him. He was like, that's my teammate. We have our differences. We'll work it out. Josh Allen knew he was gone. They probably told him, "Hey, dog, we working on it. We'll let you know when it happens."
Well, we knew that when they paid Josh Allen. So you're not taking the receiver quarterback. So
right. They hit him up on FaceTime like, "Hey, bro, we finna let your boy go."
Yeah,
he was like, "All right, cool."
Right.
Remember who else had these issues? Mr. Terrell Owens, who used to come in thinking he could outshine the quarterback or talk crazy to the QB. And that's why he got his ass shipped around a lot too. As good as T.O. was. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Wow.
But talking about when the man did push-ups in his driveway?
Right. But it was a question asked, does DJ Moore Do you start working on his extension?
I think you let him have another year, before you just start throwing the man money. He's good. I get all that. But let him have another year. You got a new quarterback. Let him have another year, right? And then towards the end of the year, y'all make a decision. But I wouldn't throw him no money now. You ain't did that much since you've been here.
Why not? Who else are you paying on that offense?
Yeah,
You're not paying on the offense? You ain't paying well.
Cole Kmet, he ain't getting big money, but he got.
You want to say Kmet and Swift?
He already paid. I'm saying
right.
you look at upcoming contracts. You think we still got great salary cap space. So if you look at all of the future contracts coming out, we just paid Jalen Johnson. Cole Kmet got his money a couple years ago. We got all these rookies. We gotta get our 2 number 1 rookies signed up. But beyond that, and a possible contract for just came from the Chargers.
Keenan Allen,
a possible contract for him. Beyond that, offensively, you're not really paying anybody. So why not invest in probably could be the best wide receiver in Bears history?
And especially if you can.
Well, you just gonna throw money at him, even though he only been here 1 year.
Well, but
if money, he's not going to get that $140. But
if you can get an extension,
4 years, $100 million.
Yeah, if you can get a nice extension right now for him, I think it's best to start it now. And he's probably looking at it like, okay, y'all got Rome Odunze in here. He's top 10 drafted wide receiver. At some point, y'all gonna want this boy to be number 1. So let me see if I can get some paper now.
Exactly.
But DJ Moore is also just watching him his whole career. He's a humble guy. He didn't want to leave Carolina, as terrible as that situation was. So I don't see him being like an issue. I think he's probably one of these players who would rather stay stable where he is instead of bouncing around. So especially if the Bears are trending up, because it's time. I think DJ ready to win. If he's a true competitor, he should be ready to win some games now over, being with these struggling teams and shit that's always in the top 10 of the draft.
But you just hit it on the head too. He knows this is a business. He knows they drafted a wide receiver at number 10 or number 9, whatever it was, right? Yep. At some point, they're gonna want him to be the man. Now they probably, and a lot gonna depend. Okay, DY, I'm gonna give you this. A lot gonna depend on what if they give Keenan Allen an extension first.
And I mentioned that, but I even if you give it to him first, down the line, we're not paying nobody really any big unless we bring in another free agent. Sweat got his money. You know what I'm saying? Swift got his money already. Everybody who's big name on this team got their bread. So down the line, we set for the next 3 to 4 years beyond Caleb's second contract.
And you can extend them going into where it kind of coincides with Caleb and Rome Odunze's rookie deal. So I think Keenan at his age, you don't give him no more than a 2-year extension. No more than a 2-year.
So this is his actual last year, though, right?
Yeah. He up after this year. So if you could just, like probably a 2-year stint, especially with his age, DJ Moore, because he threw 2025, you could probably extend him another 2 years. You know what I mean? And then now, you might as well pay him, because what's the move in the NFL now? Get it while you got these quarterbacks on rookie contracts, because by the time Caleb's up, maybe damn near $70 million a year, man. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah, you can't play the waiting game. But like I said, the OTAs, Hard Knock Life is coming. We got a couple of clips.
Hard Knock Life. Jay-Z concert?
Yeah, Hard Knock Life.
Well, ask Jerry Jones how the waiting game plays out.
Yeah.
How does that always work out?
They doing it again with Dak. Shit.
Hey, doing it again. Dak say, I've been here before. I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tag me. You can't trade. You can't do none of that. So either you're going to pay me or I'm going to hit the market. I'm going to get my money. So, but now you're messing up the money because Dak is going to take the most of it. So now you can wait another year with Parsons, just like Parsons is in the same predicament Chase is. Like technically, you don't have to do nothing this year. You can wait. You got to do CD now.
I'm not paying Dak. I'm not paying Dak all that money.
And you got
Okay,
CD.
well, he gonna get it somewhere.
And you got CD with a reset wide receiver market. CD's coming up.
Yeah.
Michael
I'm
Parsons coming
You
up.
got to do him now.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm
Well,
not paying
okay, Ben. That's what Jerry's saying. I'm not giving this dude $60 million.
Right.
Okay, cool. So now you're gonna let him play out his contract,
Yep.
and now he becomes a free agent. That gonna get $60 million from somewhere. That's just the market. Whether we like it or not, it is what it is. Somebody's gonna get it to him. So if Jerry let him go into his last year, and not see, here's what's gonna be messed up.
And what's his contingency plan behind Dak? Dude they got from San Fran. What's the?
You ain't got
Trey.
one.
Trey Lance, and Trey Lance your contingency plan. So
you ain't got one.
Exactly.
You gotta start over somewhere.
Okay, so you're gonna let him walk into free agency, just walk out the door?
No, try to trade the bro. Try to trade him.
So somebody gonna give him the 60. He's gonna get the 60 million, man. He's young enough. He's gonna get it. He's a quarterback. Y'all know how this works. But Jerry apparently is saying, "I'm not giving you $60 million, bro." Huh?
You saying $60 million a year?
$60 million a year. Yes.
No, bro.
Never.
That's what he's up for.
No,
it's the market.
He's not gonna get that, and he ain't at.
Well, Jerry obviously don't want to give it to him, but that's the market.
That's true.
It's the market.
It's only three quarterbacks that's gonna come. 3 or 4 quarterbacks that's gonna command that bread. He is second tier, and the market ain't gonna call for no team to pay him $60 million a year.
Nah.
Okay, I challenge you to say, if Jerry does not do this year, and he lets this man play the year out, and let's say he has another good year, because he had a good year. Let's say he has another good year, right? And he goes into free agency. Some NFL team is gonna give him $60 million. That's just a fact. Now, maybe Jerry is saying, "No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it."
Well,
because if he pays,
him getting $60 million will also depend on it's just like in real estate. Is it a buyer's market or a seller's market? You know what I mean? So if it's some other, if you get another good quarterback class coming up, I don't know who's the top guys this year coming up, anything like that. So I mean, because it was chatter in Dallas and this year's draft about them taking a quarterback. So how many teams are going to be that quarterback needy, that desperate that they'll pay Dak $60 million and eat up your whole motherfucking cap?
Man,
okay, but other quarterbacks are getting it. So what's the problem with that?
That's on established teams that they with, Kev.
Because a lot of people feel like Dak has hit his ceiling.
So I hope you ain't talking about Mahomes, because Mahomes' contract is on a whole nother level. That's
no, his is spread out. He probably gonna get, if they don't extend him, he's probably gonna get a big bonus at the end. Like he spread his out so everybody else could get paid. So I know how his is set out.
So you got Josh Allen, Herbert, and my man in Cincinnati.
Burrow.
Them the three.
Ain't Kirk Cousins' contract up there? Something like that, 50-something million?
Yeah, Kirk.
Okay, so what makes y'all think Dak ain't gonna get that money?
Well, Kirk agent is awesome, so you got to take him out of the equation. His that agent is awesome.
Well, I got that, but no, listen to me. Dak Prescott becomes a free agent. What make y'all think Dak ain't gonna fall in that category? I'm not saying he's gonna be the highest, but if you think he ain't finna fall in anywhere from 60 down to 50, he's gonna fall in that category. It is what it is. That's the market. So he's a starting quarterback. What, 7, 8 years? What make y'all think he ain't gonna get that money?
Because Dak is trash.
Typically, if your team don't give it to you, your team you own.
Right. Well, right. Jerry is saying I ain't gonna do it. Now watch, he gonna pay CD. He's gonna do that. He'll do that before training. He's gonna do that. But if he lets Dak ride,
and if you other teams, you don't want another Denver Russ disaster where you got all this.
Well, you don't overpay him. No, you don't overpay him.
Well, we ain't kind of got off onto this Dak business, and basically GFY Dak. Let's get back to Bears OTAs. We got some clips. Run them clips because nobody care about Dak. Not here in the shop.
Damn.
So,
wow, that look like a
we on
Super Bowl contender right there.
Dang.
He
If,
said,
so
if condescending was a person.
right.
Dang.
Now, with the Bears
Come on,
being
man,
on
y'all threw
Hard
me the
Knocks,
oop, man. Y'all threw me the oop.
it's gonna generate a lot of buzz here in the Shy. Probably some buzz that we haven't had in a long time before the season starts. Now, there's gonna be some things on there that we ain't gonna like, guaranteed. Probably that the bear claw crap, and it's gonna be the dark nail. There's gonna be some stuff in there that people gonna be picking apart. But are you, Lefty? This is for you, Drake Harrington. Are y'all a little bit excited? Because we know Kev ain't. He looking for anything to pick apart. So tell me how y'all really feel about this Hard Knocks.
I'm excited because I ain't watched Hard Knocks in years. Of course, I'm excited. I mean, honestly, this is. I mean, this off season has already probably been the most Bears media you've had in. I can't remember. I probably was a little kid last time that it was this much hype over the Bears off season. So, I mean, they're being talked about every day on every platform. You know what I mean? Like we hear about Caleb when we hear the story. So, to get a chance to really get to see in depth of what's going on, which is something we've never got a chance to see as fans. They barely let the media in on they OTAs, and they very secretive of how they operate. So yeah, I'm super excited for Hard Knocks. I can't wait.
Well, I'm glad they gave y'all Hard Knocks so they can get the Giants out there. So I'm glad y'all accepted.
HBO ratings department is also glad the Giants is out there too.
I'm cool with that.
Facts.
I'm cool with that.
I'd rather watch a MASH marathon than the Giants on Hard Knocks.
All I know is Bill Parcells would have never. Tom Coughlin would have never. So I don't know what got in Merrill's mind to even do this. I don't even think they would want to do it. So I don't know what happened there, but I'm glad y'all took the torch.
How the hell you say both of them coaches say they would never win? Hard Knocks wasn't even out when they was coaching.
Bill Parcells would have never did that. And neither would Tom Coughlin. Y'all know that. Both them coaches, they would have never did that. They'd have been like, y'all stay out of our business.
They didn't have Hard Knocks back then, man.
Well, you think they would have put Lawrence Taylor on some damn Hard Knocks?
They barely had instant replay.
Well, don't nobody want to see him smoking crack. Well, I kind of want to see it. I wouldn't mind watching that.
Giants would have never. Parcells would have never gone for that.
Hey man, if the big wigs say they already got to report to somebody. If the top dogs say we taking this bread and we doing it, it's getting done. Period.
Mary ain't never did it. Giants ain't never been on that. Mary ain't never did it.
Hey, this the Bears' first time on there. So
that's why I don't know what got into him at this day and age.
Well, I'll tell you exactly what it is. You got the highest profile quarterback to come, the highest drafted quarterback, everything ever in Bears history to come in. You built an offense and kind of catered it to become a multi-tier, multifaceted offense that people are going to enjoy watching, just like they enjoy watching these other teams. And then on top of all that, a top 5 defense. It's a lot, and we got Hard Knocks because our record, not because of what our potential is gonna be. Because the record was so poor, that's how we got on there. But the Bears letting them in or letting the cameras in goes to the point that now you got this young star. He's gonna be one of the faces of the league. This young up and coming. You got CJ who did his thing last year, but you don't really see him on TV too much. You're gonna see Caleb in commercials. The dude got super personality. Like,
yeah, the number one pick had a lot to do with it. Trust.
Yeah, of course.
And a very high profile number 1 pick. The best prospects is Andrew Luck.
I challenge if this wasn't the best rated Hard Knocks season.
Oh, definitely. Strongly suggest. Yes, we do. We do believe that. I do. I believe the NFL strongly suggested it, and we alluded to it last week. I think it also goes towards the change in culture with the Bears. Like the word is now, this ain't your mom and pop Bears no more. This ain't that little mom and pop store ran organization no more. So I think Kevin Warren probably played a big part in it. Like, yeah, let's bring some more eyes to it. Now, and it's not that just strong defense, running back, and run a strong running game and an average quarterback. Like, you really got some hype and talking about a young man with personality. Like you said, Caleb built for it. He made for this. He Hollywood.
Right.
He Hollywood. He loves it. So
Yeah, he good. He good. I mean,
yeah,
like you said, he been going through the celebrity thing all his college. So
right.
that's
Like,
no.
would you want to see Jay Cutler on Hard Knocks? That would have been the most boring Hard Knocks ever.
You just found out he was a true asshole.
Jay Cutler
That
was
would
on,
have brought it out.
and they found out he was a true a-hole on that TV show he had with his wife.
Right.
Hard Knocks would have brought it out.
Yeah.
But I think I'll tell you what, and this is my own personal feeling. I ain't got no facts around this, but I think Kevin Warren also did this to get the pressure off of him for how he flopping on this new Bears stadium.
Yeah.
He like, yeah,
I put him on Hard Knocks.
I gotta get some of these cameras and stories off of me in this stadium and let them focus on the team, because he is fumbling. I mean, the team really caused the fumble by buying that property before he got in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm starting to get a little concerned about this whole new stadium thing.
Well, then that speaks volumes about Chicago then, because the revenue that would bring in. That's why y'all always worry about it. Instead of y'all raping us for camera light tickets and stupid shit and raising our sticker prices and all this nonsense, you got a chance to put a stadium, a state-of-the-art stadium in the city that'll bring Super Bowls. It'll bring so much revenue into this city. It's ridiculous.
Right.
But you got to struggle. Friends of the park and all this bullshit. That's what kind of pisses you off about the city, man. It is, like this you're trying to we want winners. We want to catch up with the times, but you always get this pushback from the politicians and all these damn committees and groups. It's ridiculous. This should be
tell the Sox to stop trying to get a stadium and build a team first.
It should be a no-brainer. This stadium thing should be a no-brainer. It should be a no-brainer. Period.
I don't.
Well, Lefty, as you always say, follow the money and pay to play. Remember that. This is Chicago.
What you saying, DY?
I don't think the decision to build the stadium is a no-brainer. I think what's being fumbled is the lakefront property or this Arlington Heights property. Like, how did we get here? Like, it was Arlington Heights this, the plans was in place, they already knew everything, the infrastructure, they had kind of discussed all of that. And then we just all of a sudden go meet with Brandon Johnson and we back at the how could we not choose the lakefront? It's beautiful. It's this, it's that.
Nobody wants to lose that revenue.
Well, there's no revenue loss. Why can't you find a location?
Look, man, Arlington Heights say they got y'all, man. We building a casino. We got y'all, man. What's the problem? And we'll buy y'all out of the bar district contract. We got y'all. So you got a location. City just don't want to let them out of the city. That's what that is.
Arlington Heights screwed them over, though. They got greedy because the tax revenue, that's what it was. The tax valuation was 3 times as much after they purchased it. So it was only going to be taxed at 32, and then it was like 150, 190, something like that. That was the tax valuation at that point. And that's when the Bears were like, hold on now. It was only taxed at 30. We're being taxed at 32 million for the property, and now we're getting 3, 4, 5 times as much. We're getting taxed on that, and Arlington Heights, I think they went back to review the valuation. It didn't come off at much. They came off a little, but they didn't come off much, and that's what the Bears are pissed on because now, they're going to pay a lot more taxes than they thought they were, and Arlington Heights is budging. So that's why Kevin Warren had to go in and he's trying to use the city as leverage, and it's not going very well. Not when the city council said they ain't putting no thing, but there is. The reason that them and the Sox are going after the stadium is that TIF money is not going to be used. That has to be used. That's earmarked specifically for sports stadiums. Specifically, like people are mad, like, oh, they're going after this and this. This money is specifically earmarked for stadiums, for sports teams. That's why they want to go get it. But I don't know how. I honestly don't know how it's going to play out, man. I don't know.
If I'm the city, I would look to build a stadium for the Bears that can bring me a Super Bowl, concerts, possibly boxing and all that. If you don't, I'll look to that because I know it'll make the city money way before I consider doing a stadium for the damn Sox. I would not do that. Like if I'm the city, I would lean towards the Bears because they can bring, you can get a Super Bowl in Chicago, bro.
They could put the Sox in Gately Stadium if all we care right now. I don't even want to see
exactly. Exactly. They can put them in Little League. We don't like y'all ain't got a team to have the nerve to ask for a new stadium.
They can put them in Jackie Robinson West Park if all we care right now about the damn White Sox. I'm so pissed. Only reason I got this shirt on because I ain't have to iron it. That's the only reason I put it on. Man.
Hey man, let's get off into this NBA Finals, man. We ain't had game 1 of the NBA Finals so far. What's your thoughts on the DY? Blowout. What was it? 107 to 89, whatever it was. I mean, what?
Well, my initial thoughts is this: Dallas came out flat. They didn't have any energy. They wasn't out there having fun like they had been having in previous series. So I will never call game 1 a fluke because Boston showed they behinds. You know what I'm saying? During that game, they showed really the Boston team that we expect to win not only a championship this year, but should have won or could possibly win multiple championships. That's the team I want to see. But guess what Boston does after they play that spectacular game and Tatum and Brown and all these cats go for bread?
They lay an egg.
They blow game 2.
They lay an egg.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I might not be predicting a loss in game 2, but the game definitely going to be a lot closer. And then we got to see what really Boston is made out of when they get ready to go to Dallas.
Well, the fact that Dallas has lost game 1 in every series, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think they mentioned that Dallas has lost game 1. They've lost game 1 in every series. So I think now we can go into coaching. Now Jason Kidd and his staff, that tells me that they're gonna make adjustments, and so game 2 should definitely be better. I don't think we should get overhyped because regardless how game 1 look, I don't think Dallas is overmatched. I don't.
No, they ain't overmatched.
They're not overmatched by any means, and no one thought Porzingis would come off an injury and just go crazy as soon as off the bench, the way he did. But I think Kidd makes the adjustments. We still got a series. I think it's going to be a great series.
Well,
one quick thing to your point, and I'll let you go ahead. I seen a stat earlier this morning. Jason Kidd is 5-13 in game 1s in the playoffs.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. They also put Luka in a lot of pick and rolls, and they kept switching the matchups. And you ended up with people on Tatum that can't guard Tatum. You ended up with people on Brown that can't guard Brown. So they just blew to the basket, no hesitation. So they picked on Luka, and that's why Luka got tired. If y'all remember, he got tired. They wore him out. Plus, you got to make an adjustment. You can't let Luka just bring the ball up. He's too easy to double team. It's too easy. You're making it too easy. You forget Boston is one of the best defensive teams in the league. Like Tatum and Brown is big dudes. They long, they lengthy. Porzingis, they lengthy. Horford. Like they got a team that's a different defense.
Derek White, a big boy, 6'5". They not little.
Yeah. So they, and White ain't a small dude.
Right.
Hugh Holiday ain't really. Hugh Holiday is a thick guard.
Right.
Yeah.
But y'all look at what Luka had 1 assist, right? Only had 1 assist, but it wasn't for not
averaging 9.
It wasn't for not creating open shots. They just weren't hitting them. So
well, that's true. That's
right.
true.
They missed a lot of shots. Yeah, they missed a lot of
Kyrie
shots.
ain't going. Kyrie was 6 for 19. Don't expect that to keep happening.
That's not going to happen. So I think game 1 was 50% Dallas playing bad, 50%.
Maybe it was the moccasins he had on, Lefty.
I don't know what the hell.
So 2 things. Boston won't come out and hit 7 of their first 15 threes. Like, that's probably not going to happen.
No.
Okay. Kyrie needs to be more aggressive. Stop that, I'm going to turn it on second half stuff. He missed a lot of shots that he usually don't miss. So you're right. He probably won't go 6 for 19 again. But him and Luka has to come out and set the tone. Like, they have to come out aggressive. You can't rely on P.J. Washington to score 30 and Tim Hardaway Jr. to come off the bench. And those young guys, them young bigs, notice they didn't get no lobs. None.
Yeah.
Like, Boston took all that away. So if you Luka and Kyrie, hey, man, y'all got to set the tone, bro. At least one of y'all. Like, come on, now.
Kev,
We're on the road.
Kev, you did mention something, that pick and roll that they put Luka in and Tatum, all the guards, Brown, they went to the basket. And what did they do? They got the bigs in foul trouble. The bigs got into foul trouble, so they couldn't be active and start them fast breaks like they normally do. So Jason Kidd and his squad and his assistants are gonna make a whole lot of adjustments.
Yeah.
A lot of adjustments.
And even when they stopped him a couple times going to the basket, they swung the ball around to where White, Tatum, Brown, Porzingis, like, you pick your poison, they can all shoot. So when they kept swinging the ball around, even Al Horford to jump up and hit a 3. Like, they got to watch the film on that.
White worked on his game over the summer because he's hitting threes. His offensive game is totally different and more improved.
But White was good last year. White was good.
Come on, man. I called him the dude that looked like Pat. That was all I had for him. Yeah, man, this year,
with the white ball head.
This year,
wow.
Kev said that.
Man got a white ball head. That was all I'm saying. But look, they got to pay him now. But even now, y'all thought Porzingis got hot. White was hitting threes right along with him in the first quarter when they went on that run.
Yeah,
it was White and Porzingis.
Yeah,
that was hitting threes.
Mm-hmm. But it's like you said though, Kidd is kind of he probably approaches game one as a fill out game. Let me see how they're gonna play us. Let me see what they defensive schemes are, how they're gonna play us off pick and rolls. Now I'm watching film. Let's see. That's why I think game two gonna be a barn burner Sunday. It's gonna be a burner. You're gonna see adjustments. And I don't expect Dallas to shoot that poor either. They were missing wide open shots.
Yeah, they've missed a lot of shots.
They missed a lot of wide open shots.
I don't even remember P.J. Washington hitting a shot.
Yeah, 30.
And you know what? During the game, they said the one thing that Dallas missed out on, they get a lot of corner threes, and that's all for Luka. That's all for Luka.
They wasn't hitting them.
They didn't get that.
They wasn't
hitting them, and they didn't take a lot of corner threes. They was all from the wing and up top.
Yeah, what's dude name play for the Bulls? The left hand cat that can jump out the gym.
Jones.
He missed a couple of corner threes. He usually he can hit those.
Yeah, and the bigs didn't get them lobs like they've been getting the whole playoffs. Like that, Boston took all that away. Like I say, that's a different defense. You don't realize how long Boston is, man. Them guys long.
Yeah, but the thing you can take that away when you're not hitting threes because these guys are getting wide open jump shots. But if they do that again, and Dallas is hitting threes, Dallas gonna shoot them out the gym. Because if you're trying to make sure Luka and Kyrie don't get to the bucket and throw the lobs or get off on a little, when they look crazy moves and they kicking it out, it's not like they being selfish. Luka and Kyrie weren't forcing shots. They were kicking it to their guys. They just got to make
what they need to. Yeah, like y'all are the two dudes, man. Y'all get going, it'll open it up for your guys. You can't come out and rely on your guys to get in it. Y'all the two dudes. So you got to be more aggressive. Because when they come take the ball out of y'all hands, now I'm going to hit P.J. Washington.
They were 7 for 27 from 3, Dallas was.
You know what I mean? Like they got to set the tone.
They shot 25% from 3.
They got to set the tone.
I can't see that happening again. 7
I
for
don't see
27.
Boston shooting like that again.
Right? No, that's not gonna happen again. Like I say,
And then too, on the defensive side, I'm not saying Porzingis is the best defensive player ever, but he's a big presence down there.
he is.
So they
And-
can't throw them lobs. They can't, you know what I mean?
And it's the thing that makes the finals interesting because you got two teams that only see each other twice a year. It's not like in the playoff and the division rounds and all that where you didn't seen these teams 4 or 5 times already, and you kind of, you got a little bit of better feel. So, and I think the same with the players like Luka and Kyrie. They haven't been up against like the defensive guards like this, not yet. Especially like you said, the size, the length, and all that. So that's gonna be big. So until Ben get back. So DY, what do you see the key to game 2?
Well, the key to game 2 is, and I think we've seen this a lot in the Minnesota series, was Dallas getting off to that hot, fast start. They really got to get out and start scoring and scoring quickly, I think, in this game 2. Second piece of that puzzle is got to be defensive related. They've got to become better around the perimeter. I mean, they got great shooters in Boston. I get that, but you got to tighten up on your. If Luka is a defensive liability, then just leave him out there at the top of the key and figure out some other way or figure out some other scheme. You can't get him involved in all of these switches and mismatches because he's going to stand right there and let that player drive right past him. So there's no point.
And that's why they were targeting him. He got tired. They were targeting him.
Yeah.
But either you gotta that's what I don't like about the NBA, man. I don't like all that switching, dog. Like, you don't switch in practice. Like, you get through a pick in practice, right? You playing D when y'all practicing. Why you get out in the game and everybody got to switch?
Because the refs call it.
No, Holiday. Opening tip. Holiday started off on Kyrie, and Jaylen Brown started off on Luka. Next thing you know, they switching. Now they then got on Porzingis. Porzingis is taller than the dude now. You know what I mean? Like, it's all that switching, man. With all that, man. That ain't how you talk to play defense, man. Get your ass through the pick. Yeah, like, anticipate it coming. Get through the damn pick.
This is a different era, though, Kev. It's not.
Man, I don't like all this switching, man. That ain't defense, man.
It's positionless basketball now. Like, the pick and roll was used in the back in our day because if you get a little fast guard on a big 7-foot clud, clud foot slow cat, then that's the mismatch. Now you can switch. That's why, and then you know how tired you get trying to get through picks, man.
I get it. You can play defense or you're not. You can't teach defense to just switch. Like, that's not defense to me. I don't.
In today's game, it is. In today's
game, everybody is the same size.
Yeah, and they're just as athletic. The bigs can move with the guards. It's not like it used to be. Think about like Reggie Miller, for instance. All those picks he used to run off of. How cats was wore out chasing them through all those picks.
Yeah, I get it.
That's not going to happen these days. So you're going to switch because you got somebody that can actually go out there and at least move their feet with him, or can challenge his shot. So you don't have to like that style of ball just is obsolete now. It's what it is.
Well, one thing you did say, Kev, Luka got to come off the ball because if you watch their offense, Luka stays at the perimeter 24/7. He doesn't
and just
move.
dribbles the damn ball where everybody's standing and looking at.
You rarely see Luka on the baseline unless he drove to the bucket. Luka never runs the baseline. Nothing. You got to get him off the ball, and he got to move without the ball to make him a little more effective and get him
off the ball and bring him. Let him post up. How about that, kid? Let him post up.
He's not an off the ball shooter. That's not Luka's game. Luka got to have the ball in his hand to create.
Right.
No, I'm saying off the ball and let him post up.
You don't want to change his game, not now.
I'm saying
he's not a poster. And who the hell he gonna post up? Brown?
When they do that dumb switching shit, the people that's on when they do that. But the problem is when he dribbles the ball around the perimeter, when he dribbles the ball around the perimeter, that's easy for them to switch. Boston is long. Now the ball is out of Luka's hand.
The team is just standing there. What I'm saying is not to change his game up, but have him move out the ball. Let him catch it at the corner of the free throw line and then make his moves. Not just him just coming up, pounding the ball, moving him around, get him on the wing where he can make 2 dribbles and he at the bucket. You
I'm
know,
saying catch
let
it
him.
on the block or mid
No,
post or something.
his
that
block
You
ain't
can't have
really
him at the
strong.
top of the key like that, man.
But that can also go to what Kev was saying earlier. Like maybe Kyrie has to come out more aggressive, so Luka don't have to do it all early. If Kyrie comes out more aggressive,
Right.
then now you're looking at
It
a
opens
different.
it up.
But at the end of the day, them shooting 25% from 3, the likeliness of that happening again is.
Well, that's probably not gonna happen. And Boston is not gonna shoot
Yeah.
like that again either. So
Right.
okay. But I'm just saying those two have to be aggressive. You remember that
And the
closeout
fact that
game?
they had 9 assists for the total game.
You remember that closeout game? Dallas played at Minnesota, and everybody thought Minnesota could possibly take it to 6.
9 assists for the whole game, bro.
Luka came out and said, "No, y'all done." Remember that? Like he got to do that, man. Him or Kyrie got to do that. Like
I think it's
they
gonna
too good.
happen.
They too good on offense not to be more aggressive. At least one.
They probably and Luka, he doesn't get a lot of credit for his IQ, also his basketball IQ. So it could have been a fill out for him too. Let me see how they playing me. Okay, this is how they playing me. I'm gonna come out like this in game 2.
Could be.
Yeah.
But I ain't finna not be aggressive and throw no game trying to be fill out.
Well, I don't think
like now they got to win 3. We got to win 4. Like I'm not gonna skip off games. But yes, most great players will go watch film and be like, "Oh, okay, that's how they playing me. Okay, that's how they. Okay, I got you." So cool. I expect them to, but they got to do it because it gets your PJ Washingtons and all the guys that hit corner threes, gets your big man the lobs. Like y'all being aggressive gets everybody else in it. You can't come out game 1 kicking it to them, thinking they gonna keep us in the game. No, y'all the 2 dudes.
I'm thinking
like y'all the 2 dudes, man.
I'm thinking game 2, Negro Diamonds. It's gonna be another Luka Kyrie 30-30.
Woo.
Okay.
30-30. Not saying Boston won't pull it out, the game out, but I see looking Kyrie on another. I can see another 30-30 game for them too. I definitely see it.
Well, Kyrie ain't going 6 for 19 no more. Like that's not gonna happen.
Well, let me pose the question to y'all, and let's go to the other side of the court. What do you guys think it's gonna take to slow this Boston Celtics offense down? And I'm gonna throw a stat out here for you. Jaylen Brown has had 20 plus games, 5 games in a row. How do you slow down this Boston offense?
Well, first of all, you gotta play better defense. In other words, stop letting them blow by you. Stop with the Olay defense. Like Tatum and Brown was getting to the hole at will. Jaylen Brown, was more aggressive. Now Porzingis, I don't know if Porzingis has scored another 20, but everybody on the perimeter can shoot for Boston. So Dallas was scrambling, they was kicking the ball around. So again, you don't think that they're gonna, make that many threes again, but you got to stop the penetration. Like they were killing them on penetration, bro, and it didn't matter. Like Tatum, Brown, it didn't matter. Like they was getting to the basket like it was nothing. Like stop the penetration. That's what I would say. Stop the penetration.
I would say I don't think you can stop Boston's offense. You just got to be able to score with them. Like they got too many options. Like Tatum only has 16. Ain't like Tatum had a monster.
He did not. No, he didn't.
He wasn't shooting well. He didn't really get off.
Well, he didn't have to have a monster game because Porzingis, as he
wasn't as aggressive.
Just like man,
right. He didn't. But like you say, he didn't have to. So I'm saying, like you say, when you got a big 3 like that, you got the best thing you can. They slow him down. I don't know, matchup wise. I think Dallas has the wings that can switch off and kind of, it won't be such a mismatch. But you got to score. You got to score, man. Make them play even harder defense. Try to wear them down on that end. That's the best you can do. I can't.
As I watched that first quarter, Boston was hitting everything under the sun. It wasn't like Dallas wasn't playing defense, man. They was just hitting everything, and it was just like no matter what Dallas did, they couldn't stop Boston's offense. And that kind of just once they got up 29 points, man, it was just like, damn, you start seeing them start to jack up, you know, bad shots and stuff like that. And it was a domino effect after that.
Well,
But they let him back in the game too.
Yeah, look at the run. They got it all the way down to 8. And how'd they
Yeah.
do that? They was
And
scoring.
then Luka was tired, like Kev said. They put him on the bench, and then here come this run again.
Mhm.
And then Luka comes back in. It was too late at that point.
Look, I think, and part of the reason why I threw that stat out there about Jaylen Brown, he's fresh off a Western Conference Finals MVP run and really has elevated his game in these playoffs. He's turning out to be the
He ain't turning the ball.
superstar they need him to be in order to win a championship. So to slow down that Boston offense, I think you got to try to find a way. And he's a physical player, but you got to you're going to have to get physical with him. You bump him around a few times, you let him hit that floor a few times, you can get in Jaylen Brown head.
Yeah, he get rattled. You're right, DY.
Yeah,
But it's
Yeah,
Dallas,
he plays physical too, though.
but is Dallas that kind of team though? Do they have those dogs that do that?
They got some dogs over there because PJ go toe to toe with anybody. They got some dogs out there, but you just got to be willing to say, "Hey, you're not finna come through here." First of all, you're not finna be dunking on me. Second of all, you ain't finna be coming through here muscling to me. You gonna get fouled.
Well, he dunked on 2 of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Put him on that free throw line and see how that feels after a hard foul. So that team has got to get a little bit more physical to slow down.
Big got into foul trouble, but if you're gonna go ahead and get in foul trouble, you give out some blows.
Make them count.
Right, make them count. It's kind of like Kev. They put him in the game to hack, but it's okay.
Damn, the heck.
Oh, so now I'm the road guy. I got 5 fouls. Use them, huh? Okay.
Well, I just had to make sure you was paying attention.
Never mind that I can shoot or nothing like that. Just go in and foul.
I'm just trying to see if you was paying attention, bro. That's all.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to a great game too, man. I think it's gonna be a great game.
Man, have y'all been following Cam and Ant-Man?
No.
Oh, man.
Come on, man. He came out with a whole 16 and a half bars on Ant-Man.
Who?
Cameron.
Oh, that Cam.
Yeah. He came out with a whole 16 bars on Ant-Man and Adidas, bro, on Drink Champs.
For what?
Just because of Ant-Man's video. I mean, his commercial about his new shoe. And he got the receipt machine, and the first receipt that they pull out is Cameron and his comments about Ant-Man. So Cameron, being the New York dude that he is, he came back with 16 bars and gave it to Adidas and Ant-Man.
Hey, man, quiet as kept. They said Cam could ball. Like, he would have been but he was just a knucklehead. It was like he was one of the best guards in New York. Like, they say he can really, like, Cam get down on the court.
Well, he gave a hot 16. I can tell you that.
He's a better rapper now, of course, but than a basketball player. But
yeah.
But man, let's talk about this Dan Hurley Lakers thing since you got the purple and gold on.
Well, it's for my man Kobe Bean Bryant. It ain't for Kevin Louder.
He got the nerve to got a Laker jersey on. Why you ain't got a Golden State jersey on though?
It's gonna drop this summer, bro. Just wait when we out at the big one. You'll see it.
Foreman Mills was out of Golden State jerseys.
Damn.
Bam! Got him. What? Boom! Boom! Got him.
Isaac, you kikiing? Wow.
That was hilarious.
Foreman Mills.
Lefty, you've been waiting since last week.
You came jabbing at me last week. You throw a big shot.
That was a good one. I got to give you that one. Yeah. Okay. I'll take that one. But as you said, Hurley is risen to number one on the Lakers radar, and they want to throw him that bag, so to speak, is what I heard, and offer him a multi-year contract. I mean,
they talked yesterday, and he's
yeah,
mulling over the offer now.
Well, they met
yeah.
yesterday, so if that don't happen this weekend, the Lakers got to move on.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, you had the
they've
man
had
in the
10
building.
coaches in 13
Like
seasons.
you had the man in the building. You throw him all your bullets and say, "Hey, this is what it is." Your top players then signed off on it. Like I'm as a Laker fan, I'm cool with it. I think he a little wild. All that rah college stuff, he gonna have to tone that down. I'm not trying to take away his personality, but all that rah college, like
What's
these
wrong with
pros,
it, kid? It's LA.
ain't gonna be with all that. But he will be respected walking in the locker room. And like I said, you got your two best players signing off on it. This is a much better hire than JJ Redick. Much better hire. You know what I mean? You got more. At least he got some experience. JJ coaches AAU, man, and got a podcast. You gonna have this man come in and coach the Los Angeles Lakers?
Yeah, that's a disaster.
Hey,
So
Kev.
that was
Hey,
terrible
Kev.
from the start. So
10
I like the
coaches,
hire.
13 seasons. So I don't want to hear. Just get somebody behind the bench that knows some X's and O's.
No,
And
bro. It
get
ain't,
control
bro.
the
We
team.
talking about an NBA
Come on,
coach, man. This ain't the YMCA. You can't just bring anybody in and say, "Hey, I know you ain't never coached before, but I heard you coach your son at AAU. How'd you like to be the coach of the Los Angeles Lakers?"
10 out of 13. Kid.
A la Steve Nash.
10 out of 13
Steve
seasons.
Nash
Bro.
was a better player, though. Steve Nash was a
You
much better
averaging a
player.
coach a year, bro.
He was a much
Let's
better
talk
player.
about
That's the
that.
different situation.
Let's talk about that. Why Lakers had so many coaches in the last 13 years?
Because it was terrible management. I can answer that.
Come on,
Terrible management.
man. And you worried about who they bringing in?
Yes. Why
Look,
wouldn't?
look, we are in a new day and age in the NBA when it comes to coaching. How many teams? Let's say that I'll just say the last 3 years. How many teams have gotten rid of, fired their head coach that took them to the playoffs, took them to the playoffs multiple years? Like yeah, JJ Redick's not qualified, but these teams are on a whole nother level when they doing these coaching searches. You got some young up and comers, but how do you? If I took my team to back playoff runs, why am I getting fired? Fired for who?
Exactly.
Because this is the Los Angeles Lakers.
Man, stop
The
that, man. You've been saying
expectation
that
is,
too long,
especially with LeBron James, is either you. I'm not saying you got to necessarily win the championship, but you should be in the championship every year. That's just what comes with the job. You got to understand that. I think Hurley can handle that. Now I'm gonna give you a point, DY. Darvin Ham went to the playoffs twice. You could say what you want, but he went to the Western Conference Finals in his first year. Second year, he lost in the first round to the same team, which happened to be better than them. If they would have played anybody else, he would have advanced in the playoffs again. How do you fire him after 2 years? For what? How do you fire Frank Vogel, who won the championship the next year? How you do that? How do you so they kept looking for the now and not the future. And if you didn't win, it's Los Angeles. It's just how it goes. So they didn't look. Now they giving this dude a multi-year thing. He's gonna be able to coach young players. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be more of a. You could tell by the contract.
And clearly Ham and LeBron didn't have a great relationship, and you want to
Couldn't have. They could or AD.
Right.
When AD made that statement in the playoffs, the money.
Yeah,
Ham was done.
Yeah, he doesn't have a great relationship with the stars. So if you want to keep those guys around, especially how LeBron structures his contracts to where he can get out of it any time, they do want him to finish his career there, regardless of what people are saying, trade him and all that.
Oh, they do.
They want LeBron to stay.
AD shouldn't have a decision until he stay on the court 3 years in a row.
You got to get
AD
One year gonna be around longer than LeBron, though. So AD does have to stay.
1 year where he stayed on the floor, and then the bubble year. So that's 2 years.
AD is gonna have to say so. He's gonna be around longer than LeBron. Everybody might not like that, but it is what it is.
Name me one superstar in this day and age that play 82 games?
None.
Not named DeMar DeRozan.
None. Not a one.
Oh, now. You gotta
Not
get that
one.
mentality out.
No, what AD played 70-some games this year?
Yeah, he played the most.
He did. The man Kawhi.
This year, and most in his career.
Yeah, but Kawhi broke down in the playoffs.
He always do.
He broke down in the playoffs this year.
Well,
but
Kawhi's on a whole nother level.
But like they say, but when you are coaching a LeBron, it's a difficult task. I mean, you got a guy that, you got a star like that. You need somebody who psychologically kind of a Phil Jackson type who can kind of work with the stars and kind of get in their head. It's more mental, I think, than the X's and O's. Because the minute you draw up some stupid ass play and LeBron look at it like he lose your respect, ain't nothing happening. Now I think Vogel got a worse deal than Darvin Ham, because that Russell Westbrook trade killed him. That Russell Westbrook trade took him out.
Well, they blamed him and they shouldn't have. He got you a chip.
Somebody had to take the fall, and unfortunately, it was him. I think he definitely got it.
They broke the whole. In a 2-year span, they let go of Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, KCP. They had guys on there that played D. They had the perfect thing. They had 2 bigs. They had guys that played D and hit threes. They broke that whole squad up.
And why? And why is that? What was the root cause of all of that?
Front office.
I think some of it is the fact that the LeBron realizes his age. He doesn't want to have to be the top guy, so they just search for a third star who could take some off him. Because even still, this past year, they were still negative when he was off the floor. He couldn't be off the floor. They didn't want to play 40 minutes a night this past year. In season 21, he definitely want to do it next year.
Well, they tried with the we're gonna limit your minutes, and he quickly stopped that.
Yeah, because they got out to a bad start. They was losing.
I think LeBron is the catalyst for a lot of this stuff. When it comes to how the team is coordinated, what players.
When is the GM gonna get to smoke?
Pelinka is just getting good at his job.
It'll be when LeBron
He's just
leaves.
starting to get good.
Yeah.
So yes, the GM should take the heat because you put the squad together. I don't care what LeBron them said. You still pulled the Westbrook thing. You still did it. So you can't. He's just starting to get good. You can't pull a move like that knowing that it wasn't a fit and everybody knew it. You forced the coach to try to bring him off the bench, start him, whatever. You forced the coach because you made the move to do it, and then it didn't go well. So now we got to fire the coach. No, y'all made the move. You brought Westbrook in there knowing damn well it wasn't going to work. You let LeBron and AD talk you into doing that. So now you got to correct it. So you get rid of Westbrook. You finally bring a roster in that went on the run, the Ruiz and all them. Also, you finally did that. Trade deadline, went on the run, but they still, for the record, got to the Western Conference Final. They still the next year made the playoffs. They were 10 games over 500. How the hell you fired the coach?
He been there since 2017, bro, and you just not getting good at your job?
Yeah.
Stop that. He was there with Kobe.
Yeah.
He was there with Kobe and put that team around Kobe.
But
so
he
stop
also
talking about he just got
the coattails of him too. You know what I'm
roll
saying?
the coattails, I get it. But so you trying to tell me you guys
the only reason he there is because of Kobe.
Kobe is a huge star, right? He had him. Now you got
who was on
LeBron.
his way out the league. Stop, man. You act like
LeBron.
he had a young Kobe. Kobe was on his way out. He was on a farewell tour by the time he got there. They had already gave him the big balloon contract. He was on a farewell tour.
You can't say that he just not getting.
His body was breaking down. Stop. You act like he had a young Kobe.
He put a team around an older Kobe that won. So don't tell me he just getting good at his job. He need to.
When did they win?
Just like everybody else.
When did they win with Kobe? When did they win with an older Kobe? What year we talking? What I missed?
Are you trying to say that they was trash? They didn't win with Kobe?
No, you said they won. So when did they win?
Yeah, they won. I'm not talking about the chip. I'm saying they were a good team. They were putting a good team around. Then he came and got the team that was sort of in the bubble. That team was built by him. And you trying to tell me he just
by the time Pelinka got there, that was Kobe's farewell big balloon payment on his way out the door. Thank you for your services. That was the Kobe era by the time Pelinka got there. The only reason he's still there is because of Kobe. Because Genie and them, right? That's the only reason he's still there.
To me,
He's
it's
making an excuse for the
to
guy. He
me,
needs
to
to
me,
get that.
it's
Not
just
making
too many.
excuses. I told you, he just started getting good.
It's too many household changes every year. Like I think letting Dennis Schroeder go, the guys who went to the Western Conference Final, he should have bought most of those guys back to Lonnie Anderson's. But you notice every year they had Malik Monk at one time, they had Lonnie Anderson,
They let Monk go. That was a huge loss.
they had KCP, they had these guys, and it's too many changes. People don't really respect role players, man, like what they bring. And look at Boston. Boston's a perfect example. The Derek Whites, the Horfords, the guys like that, they're important. Pritchard, so all those dudes. So you gotta stop with the household changes every season. You bring in a whole new bench, a whole new, they brought in 4-5 new guys. The guard from Miami barely
And
played.
who does that? Who's been doing that?
Yeah.
And when it don't work, you fire the coach.
Mm-hmm.
Who has been? That's all I'm saying is Pelinka and Genie need to get that smoke because they have wasted 5 years of LeBron's career.
You can't say that because he won a chip in that.
He got a chip out of it.
After the chip, you have wasted all them years after that.
He did accomplish another.
His year.
He did accomplish another.
But the fact that he got a chip, Bill, he at least got one out of the deal. You can't really say that.
Yep.
Come on,
he got one out the deal.
And a playing chip.
This is LeBron. Well, all right, man. We can pick this conversation up another time. We came to the end of this ride. Man, the show went kind of quickly for us. But we'll do our parting shots, DY.
Always a pleasure. Come on here, we'll kick it with you, good brothers, and everybody out there listening. Thank you for tuning in today. A lot of things coming up. Look out for the SmokeFellas next weekend. Casa de Pearls out there on the west side. South side meets west side. We're gonna tear that place to the ground. All right.
Facts.
Peace, everybody. Peace.
KDL.
Thank everybody for tuning in. Per the usual on the Saturday. Appreciate y'all along for the ride. Good talking sports. We have some good topics today. Some we need to finish being, but we'll be back. We'll be back to do that.
Your doorbell finna ring in a second.
But appreciate y'all, man.
Find where he at first.
Wow.
Wow.
Lefty.
Hey man, well we gotta mention man, prayers once again to the Shonda Powell's family days. They lay her to rest today. Funeral was today. So, prayers to her. Our sisters in VS, prayers. We see y'all in a minute, man. The Gemini's turning it up. They're kicking the season off, as y'all see on my thing. We up next, Cancer season. So happy birthday to all the Geminis, man. We're gonna do it up. And like DY said, next Saturday, y'all know what it is. South side, west side, another SmokeFella event. We ain't gotta say much. Early arrival strongly suggested. You know how we do. So we see y'all on the 22nd.
As I always say, where there's smoke,
there's the fellas.
All right, man. We off next week because of the SmokeFellas party next week. So we'll be back in 2 weeks to get y'all this rough, raw, straight sports talk like we always do, man. So we out.